Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. Now that I feel like I've got my time back and that I don't know, I feel rejuvenated. I feel like life is starting again. Is that weird? I don't know. I think that a lot of people that I do know have experienced this, where once you've graduated you go through this slump of like, what is my existence for? Like, what am I doing? I'm no longer a student. I don't know. I felt very like I lacked direction for the past 3 months, 4 months. I was just getting up and going and just doing, but I don't think I was doing, you know? So anyway, for today, as you can see by the title, we're finally getting things back in order. Look at what I've got. I have notepads, and you know what notepads mean. It means we're about to get to business. So today's video is all about planning what the next aspect of my life looks like now that I've left my job, now that I kind of have the freedom, and the book is coming out next week. So I'm gonna plan what the next year of my life looks like. I mean, I know I'm on a gap year. You know I'm on a gap year. We both know what that means. You know what that means. So what we're gonna do today is I'm gonna put I've bought all of these notepads, and we're gonna basically make each one of these something that I'm going to be doing. So for example, I want to do a lot of voluntary work coming up next, so I really want to get back involved with my 5 charities. I have 5 charities that I am super hands-on and involved with, and I've decided the best way to like be as involved as I should be is to rotate like every month maybe, or every 2 months, depending on what has the most need. I think this one will be the girls education notebook. I think this one will be, I'm going to use Duolingo to just really like go full front on that Spanish. Like, I think I can't keep starting it, dropping it, starting it, dropping it, because I'll never learn it. Okay, so now that we know what today's video is all about, organizing my life, and we'll plan it out together, I need to obviously make sure that these notepads are personalized, because you know me, I love a good personalization. So we're going to personalize these to each of those things that I just mentioned, and we need to say a massive thank you to our friends over at Cricut, because they are the ones who are sponsoring today's video and collaborating with me to make sure I can make these all beautiful and personalized. So Cricut Joy is your DIY best friend, and it makes personalizing things super easy, so simple, and they do it all using this beautiful stuff here called Smart Vinyl, and I'm going to show you how to do it while we personalize these together. I just think it's so cute and compact and can literally sit on your desk anywhere, because it's so pretty and it just closes like this. Look at it, tiny. You can take it anywhere. You can literally take this anywhere, easy to plug in. Once you've plugged it in, it connects to your laptop straight away. All of the vinyls, like I have so many colors. It's all smart vinyl. And the reason why this is called smart vinyl is because you don't need to have a cutting mat to be able to use this vinyl. This one is going to be the one that we're going to use for girls education. You need to now open up Cricut's design software, which is called Design Space. So I'm just going to start off by typing in girls in massive capitals. So girls, just like that. I think I'm going to curve it. Let's make it a little bit fancy. Okay, it's going. Cutting. Look at it. It's so smart. I'm going to get rid of the little circle, peel like this, like that. So now you've got your transfer tape. Do this, peel it. Yay! That looks so good. Okay team, so I am done with personalizing some of my notepad. I've got my charity one here, and I went for gold because all things charity feels gold to me. And then I did my Spanish one in green with some stars, because I want to become a superstar in Spanish speaking. And then my girls education one, which I really like. Now I have my notepads and pens, so let's organize a little bit of my life and what I want that to look like. So I'm gonna start in the charities one, because yeah, oh my god, these look so pretty. Seriously, now that I've got the Cricut Joy, I'm gonna start personalizing everything, because you literally can do everything with it. You can personalize anything. So I've started with notebooks, but I think by the time I film another video, my entire apartment will be all personalized. So okay, so we're gonna start here, and I'm thinking I want to map out what the year looks like. So I need to note down the charities that I'm already like involved with, the ones that I care about, as it were. So the first one is CamFed. That is definitely my top charity. So CamFed is the campaign for female education, campaign for female education, and they're based in Zimbabwe. So hear me out. I really want to go back to Zimbabwe, and my second charity, while we're at it, is the United Nations Girl Up Zimbabwe, which I'm an ambassador for. So I'm an international ambassador for them. So we've been working super hands-on, and I've been running some of their social media. I've been just behind the scenes. It's not super forward facing that I'd announce what we're doing, because most of it is behind the scenes groundwork that we're doing all the time to lead up to most of the events that we've got. And right now we're working on gender-based violence situations in schools for girls, and why that also takes them out of school, and tackling child marriage in Zimbabwe. So that is one of my top charities, alongside Campaign for Female Education, which we call CamFed. So those two are based in Zimbabwe, right? So my aim for next year, for 2022, is to carry on with what I've been doing now, which is like doing the groundwork and supporting them via social media, via meetings, campaigns, all that kind of stuff, fundraising. But I also want to do stuff in person. So I'm hoping to have a month in the year where I go to Zim and just stay on the ground, based on the ground, and finally meet all the people that I've been working with over the past, 2 years? I think I've been doing CamFed for the past 2 years, and UN Girl Up has been, 8 months, I think. So I want to go to Zim. February, honestly, February would be a time that I really want to go, because if I go in the summer, that doesn't make much sense, because there is the people on school holidays. A lot of the girls that we serve and that we're helping will be away. So I think if I plan that for maybe February, that would be a good time. Or maybe March. So February or March, and I go to Zim and spend a month there. 3 weeks, maybe a month, and I can do more hands-on work. That's my aim. And then my third charity, which I'm pretty sure you guys have heard me talk about as well, is United World Schools. Love United World Schools. They focus on a lot of the areas in the world that are super deprived and low income, and they focus on helping young children who are below the age of 16, 14, so children between the ages of birth until 14, 16, and help them with getting an education, because a lot of them don't have one. So they build schools around the world and stuff like that, and then they help sponsor young people for the year. And I think in a place like Myanmar, for example, it costs about £85 to send a child to school for the whole year. So I help them with fundraising. I've done a lot of like running, like lots of jogging. 1 month, there was a month in, was it March or April, where I ran 100 kilometers in 1 month to raise money. And we raised a lot of money. I think we raised over 1,000, or was it 2,000? I can't remember, but it was a lot of money. And obviously if £85 costs £85 a year to send one child to school, raising that much, and it was doubled by the British government, we sent a lot of kids to school that year. So United World Schools, they're currently building a school in Madagascar, and I would love to go out and visit and help with building, or just go and help them do like the reveal or the announcement for it. So I'm hoping that Madagascar can happen in March or early April. No April, March, has to be March. So I'm hoping that Zimbabwe could be happening in February, and then I could just go straight to Madagascar to go and help with the school building there with the United World Schools. And also I have this massive campaign coming out with them, voluntary, all of this is voluntary, a massive campaign coming out with them in on the 28th of November, and it's all about just helping raise awareness and raise money for girls' education, specifically in Cambodia. So I'm really happy about that. The fourth charity that I work with, pretty exclusively to be honest, is the Social Mobility Foundation. Love those guys. Social Mobility Foundation. I've been with them since I was literally 16. like 16 years old, and I'm 23. Love them. And what, how many years is that? The math is not really easy for me. I didn't really pass math that well. I mean, I got a B, that was really great, but that was where it began and where it ended. So 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So 7 years I've been associated and volunteering with the Social Mobility Foundation. So I'm hoping that in April, they always tend to have campaigns that are really strong and running around April. So April, we can dedicate that to the SMF. So April would be them. And then I'm hoping that the last one that I work with, African Community School. So the African Community School is my final charity, and I go there and I help them with doing like food give out. So we give out food banks, we give out food to different families in the community who otherwise wouldn't be able to afford to feed their children, and then we do like schooling. So every day there's Saturday school that happens, and I do mentoring with the young people there Saturdays, because that's when the food drive happens and the mentoring happens. So I haven't been as involved with them lately as I would like to be, but I'm going to be more focused with them. And I feel like the month of May makes sense because I'm gonna be mainly home in May. That's a lie. I'm gonna be away a lot of May in the States. So actually we should make that one June, because June I'm definitely based in the UK. So that's my plan for charities. And for girls' education, this one I can't even put in to anything, because what it's going to require is for me to go away and learn more, because I feel like I don't want to be that person who just says buzzwords like girls' education. Okay, what does that mean, right? So I was involved in a research project with the Center for Global Development while I was at Harvard, where we were researching what goes on with the donor funds that are given for girls' education. Is it just people giving it because it's more buzzwordy, or is it actually going to help? So we're tracking the past 20 years of change, growth, investment, funding, and we're looking at things like the World Bank, or we're going to look at the FCDO, just to see like, are all these government funded projects actually doing what they're supposed to be doing? So things like that I loved, because I was behind the scenes learning how to code, learning how to input all this information and track it, and I want to do something like that again. So I want to spend the year doing self-taught work, so listening to different podcasts about girls' education, understanding how, for example, girls' education is the answer to climate change and climate action, right? Trying to figure out what does a green learning objective look like, right? Things like that. And I also want to go away and just research more into the space, understand what people at UNESCO are doing, things like that. So this will be just me making notes on what I'm learning, doing this alongside my charity work. I feel like it'll be quite complementary. And then Spanish, like I said, I'm gonna start a Duolingo course. Hopefully it'll be one that gives me like 3 lessons a week, right? So 3 days a week will be dedicated to learning Spanish, maybe like 2 hours a day of those 3 days in the week. Yeah, that's basically what the next part of my life looks like. Thanks for helping organize it. It starts to make a little bit more sense to me now. So I'm just gonna be a woman of the world. This gap year is really gap yearing, you know, and I'm just gonna use it to learn, travel, understand people, and hopefully find my feet and find me. And obviously a large chunk of all of this, I don't need a notepad for it, is going to be the book. That's going to take up a large part of my year, just doing promo, interviews, podcasts, different things like that. And that's it, that's me. So anyway, I'm gonna go because I'm gonna go and put all of this in order and just get started, and you guys are gonna see more from me, okay? Videos, things like that, and we can study together now because I'm gonna be learning Spanish. Woo! So anyways, I'm gonna go because I need to go and meet Ali. Random plot twist. I'm gonna go have dinner with Ali, and then we're gonna film some stuff. So that's where I'm gonna head to now. Love you guys so much. I'll see you in the next video, and thank you to our friends at Cricut for sponsoring today's video. This was really, really useful, and now I've got my notepads to help me throughout my year. So thank you, and I love you guys, and bye.